Self-talk is another strategy that athletes use. It's an extremely important strategy because it enables athletes to go through in their mind and use mantras to try and boost their motivation, but also to try and manage the competition and the situation. For example, the situations where the pressure is on and they are highly anxious. So self-talk might have motivational components, but it also might help athletes focus on the important things that are relevant to performance, so-called cues, and it also might have a calming effect, things like breathe and relax.
Needs to come out from the left. There you go, she's chatting to herself all the way down here. She's talking to herself, saying, stay on it, she says. 92 through the gun, 57 miles an hour. Absolutely incredible. Brilliant ability from Yalen, chatting to herself. Come on, she says. 1:28.19. Medvedev's time, 1:36.6 Jones's time, and Yalen is going to finish. She might even take the lead. Oh, she's going to take the lead. Yalen.
You are always having a conversation with yourself. The self-talk is going on relentlessly. We all do it. As an athlete, I'm encouraging you to pay greater attention to that self-talk, to be very intentional about developing positive self-talk. The more positive your self-talk can be, the more likely your performance will be what you also desire.
And I think like learning about like positive self-talk has been really important and something that my coach has been working on me with, because it's easy for me to be really hard on myself during training. But I think I just have to remind myself that, you know, that's not going to help me on race day. And that's, you know, if anything, going to make things worse.
You know, positive mantras, things I've used in ultra long endurance races are the same sort of thing. Creating that positive self-talk. You're riding really well. Well done, Mark. You're going great guns. You're pedaling smooth. You're feeling strong. All of these things are positive self-talk methods that will help correct that negativity that's coming into your brain and allow you to keep focusing on being the best you can be.
It's really easy to focus on one negative thing and then let it get out of control. And, you know, having raced for so many years, I've also had to work really hard on identifying that and not letting it get to a domino effect.
The reason why you have negatives, or I had negative self-talk, was because I was insecure and I was very ambitious and I really wanted to be really good, and I wanted to be really good immediately. I didn't want to wait. But I realized somewhere along the way that the negative, in any way, shape, or form, I didn't need it because I was so driven, like that the negative was just getting in the way.
It turns out that the act of not trying to think about something makes you think about it even more. Also,
if a receiver, you know, I've asked some receivers sometimes, hey, same question, what are you thinking? And they'll think, well, just don't drop the ball. And yeah, they're correct. That's literally the one thing they don't want to do is drop the ball. But again, because they're thinking of that negative consequence, they're thinking of dropping the ball, they're more likely to drop the ball. So instead, when you're working on your mental preparation, think of what you want to do rather than the things you want to avoid.
What instructional self-talk is about, it's kind of self-talk that we use to, for example, take us to the process of running. So maybe you're talking yourself through the kind of techniques that you're using, you know, keep your head up, straight posture, you know, maybe you're breathing. So it's very much instructional, or maybe particular pacing strategy. So those are the types of kind of things that you might be saying to yourself.
During ultras, it's a lot of hours, so there's plenty of time for thinking. And for sure, during some of the lighter moments, I might be thinking of like my family or the scenery or what I want to eat later. But during the toughest moments, it becomes just thinking of a mantra and playing that mantra on repeat in my brain the whole time. I found mantras to be really, really helpful in keeping the airwaves in my brain positive. And if you're thinking positively, it translates to, I think, moving better and staying calm and continuing to believe that you can keep pushing forward. Believe is a mantra that I use pretty often where, I don't know, if you just repeat it over and over in your head, there's no room for anything else but to believe that you can keep on going. No matter what it looks like, you can take another step forward.
My sports psychologist kind of taught me how to flow with that. And whenever I had a negative thought about, well, you didn't do it in 2008, I would say, yeah, that's right, but I'm doing it today. He taught me how to fight negativity, but with positivity. And so then you change your thought process around to saying, I've had a great season, I've beat all these girls before, I'm prepared, I'm deserving, and all those things kind of help to allow you to go out there and run from a positive place.
Yeah, so I mean, first of all, it's all the same no matter the distance you're doing. It's like we all reach that point eventually, no matter who we are or the distance we're doing just feels like so impossible, and like, how will we keep going? For me, I mean, that happens every single race. I get to that point. But I use just visualization and mantras when it gets really tricky. So in those moments when it feels impossible, I'll just start saying something really positive to myself over and over, like a good self-talk mantra.
The first step is to notice when you're having these thoughts or this bad song is playing in your head. Next, you want to stop, and that's when you can imagine a big red stop sign. And following that, you go to my favorite part, which is you replace those thoughts with either a happy song or a more positive phrase.
The second step is once you've caught yourself and you say, okay, I'm catastrophizing, you say to yourself in a quiet voice, stop. If you see one of your buddies and they're kind of having a meltdown, you can go over to them, and I hope you'll give permission to each other. You can walk up to somebody and say, you know what, stop it. Stop. Because you can stop that negative thinking. You want to talk about how to break a slump? You got to stop thinking in that negative way.
Right here. Do what you work for. All that training you did. Everything you do is for this right here. Come on, hey. Come on. You're living the dream. How bad you want it? How bad you want it? How bad you want it? Make the big play, huh? Make the big play.